This is my title, yeah, the topic today about the My OTG. My OTG is stand for My Online Teaching with GeoGebra, yeah. This one is we call that the one is a new online teaching method. So why? That's why now I will introduce to you why we call that one is the new online teaching method. So for the first, I would like to introduce my inventor for this, my OTG. So me as a head or the lead of this project. And also we have Miss Raihan Zainuddin and Dr. Muhammad Zahurin Muhammad Kamali. All of us from the University of Malaya. Okay, so now I would like to introduce first why we create a new online teaching method. So the first, we're looking for the significance of reasoning skill in the learning mathematics. All of us for the team members is from the mathematics background. So now we have, sometimes we found that problem about the reasoning skills about the mathematics. Yeah? And then we found that among a student, pre-university students, yeah, the problem because of we know that the student cannot justify, cannot make the reason about their answers, and what the relative of the topics to their real life. That's the problem faced from them. So we think that this one is about the reasoning skills. And then also we know that now the technology grow up. Yeah, every year we have that new technology, but things that the technology we can use for our education, especially in process of teaching and learning. And also now IR 4.0. Maybe I think that all of us already know about that. What is IR 4.0? So that education is the keys for that. So why we call that the key? Because we can integrate the integration of that IR 4.0 for the process on teaching and learning. For example, that we can use the technology for the process of teaching using that technology. Maybe now, for example, for this conference, we also using the technology. So that's why how the way we integration that IR 4.0. Okay, so now continue with that problem statement. So based on this problem, that's why we have that new idea why we want to do something new for our education. So first, it's about that based on literature review, most of the lecturers prefer the conventional method of teaching. So the conventional looks like what regularly they are used. For example, just only for using slides, whiteboard, just only for the regularly they are used for the teaching process. But now, actually, how about that technology? How about now the affability? We can use all the technology in the process of teaching and learning. Then students tend to memorize without the real understanding. That's the problem. I think I still know this issue is still coming up because of sometimes the student learn about the concept of mathematics, they study about the procedure, but sometimes they don't know how the concept in their real life. If let's say we ask about where is the proportional logic in your real life, I don't know. But if let's say we give them the question about the proportional logic, then they can answer. But the concept they cannot apply in the real life. The student also not appreciate the topic, the proportional logic. That we know that the response from them, let's say we in the process of teaching and learning process, we know that there are attention and there are attitude, there are something, there are the engagement in the class also that very weak. Okay, then the other problem is most of the current software or app provided student solution or answer instead of triggering student to think. Yeah, you know that again, there are so many software, so many apps. Yeah, so I think that so many actually that the previous study also can conduct then check the effect, the effect of the technology using the software in mathematics. So, but some of them they found that the effectiveness of the technology. So we think that yes, why not we using the technology to solve that problem that we found that among the students. Lacking student the engagement in online and offline teaching and learning. Yeah, just now I'm presenting it. Yeah, it's about they are not really active in the class because sometimes they think that not interested with that the lecturer use or the teachers strategies or method they use in the class. That's why we think that yeah, the solution is why we not to use we develop the new teaching method for them. Yeah. Okay. Then as this coming up with objective of this study. Yeah, to develop the My-OTG with the purpose of enhancing mathematical reasoning efficiency among pre-university students. And the second objective is to investigate the effectiveness of My-OTG, enhancing mathematical reasoning competency among pre-university students. Then come up with that conceptual framework. How we develop the My-OTG, we use the DDR approach, which is that one, we starting on the need analysis process, design and development, and evaluation. Yes, we have so many things we think to do for the every step for this, but we starting on that need analysis process. Yeah, in the past of the need analysis, we involve some of lecturers and students. We interview them. We want to get at what their opinion, what their perception about the teaching and learning process. Yeah. So based on this, we come up with what the issue among of them to make sure that to validate that what we mentioned about the earlier, that is it sure or not among of them. Then the phase 2, this one is about the design and development phase. Yeah, the design and development phase, we use this one, that we call that My-OTG, My Online Teaching with GeoGebra. So we have this so many apps or tool we use for this. For example, now I will introduce to you the material, I mean that the tool support My-OTG, which is there are GeoGebra, OneNote, Sway, Microsoft Teams, and Board. Yeah. So all of this we use together in the process of teaching and learning, in the process of how we use My-OTG. So now, using this way, so now we link the GeoGebra applied in this way, where when we introduce this one to the students. For example, now this one we already create the activity using the GeoGebra with the topics of professional logics. For example, now we have here, yeah, the professional logic. We have the Morgan law, the conditional law, the converse, inverse, and contrapositive, and biconditional law. So now, for example, the process, how GeoGebra running for this My-OTG. For example, that situation given. Yeah. For example, we use for the Morgan law first. Just take here. Now, based on this, we put it that situation. So it's depend. Lecturer or students can put their situation there. For example, for example, when I use this one, so Emilia is smart. Yeah. Then you can look at that the changes from the below one. Yeah. The one we can say that P and Q, Emilia is smart, and Q, we put it the other situation is Emilia is hardworking. Okay, now look at that the changes. P and Q equal to Emilia is smart and Emilia is hardworking. Now we proceed with negative step. Emilia is not smart. Yeah, continue with negative one. And then the Q, Emilia is not hardworking. Then this the statement, the sentence from that. situation we put it on that GeoGebra applet. But now the student actually they can practice themselves, yeah, give their own situation that are real life. Then that how the way we help the student to increase their reasoning to justify their answers, or maybe we relate the mathematics on their real life. Okay, the next, what is the advantage of the GeoGebra applet here? The GeoGebra applet also can make that diagram for it. For example, now we press for P and Q here, then we know the area here, yeah, and then P, O, Q, that here, yeah, if let's say we use the Venn diagram, and also the rest, yeah, also the rest. We can look at the colors with the area. Then conclusion, the last. So this one example for De Morgan law. We have the others also here, conditional law, the converse and inverse contrapositive, and biconditional law. So if let's say you want to use the next, yeah, so just reset for this one, and we press this one, conditional law. Same, if let's say we use the current situation, then we just press if P then Q, yeah, and if P implies Q, P only if Q. It depends that situation you put it on that box. That's how the way GeoGebra running for this my OTG. Yeah. Then also the rest, yeah, the converse and inverse, or we reset first. Yeah, the converse and inverse, yeah, and also the biconditional law. Right. That's we create the my OTG using the with GeoGebra, yeah, applet. Now, yeah, we using this sway for the next activity we introduce to them. Yeah, so now I'm continue with my slide. Yeah, to present my slide again. Okay, so after we design and develop the my OTG, and then actually on this space also we discuss with the expert and also for the and also with the lecturer. We discuss about what about their opinion, their appreciation about the my OTG. We have also the instrument we give to them to calculate the agreement about this my OTG. And also we conduct interview them, yeah, among of the lecturers and also the expert involved on this study, and get that some of opinion of some of their suggestion to make it this my OTG in more better. Okay? So now we are continue with the phase 3. It's about the evaluation process. This one is quasi experimental design. We have conducted this to determine that is it this my OTG have any significant effect or not to the mathematical reasoning for professional topics. Okay, based on the quasi experiment, we involve about the 30 pre-university student, which is 15 students in experimental groups and 15 students on control group. After conduct, yeah, the process, and then we check the analysis that we come up with the finding. But now we introduce to you the process of need analysis here. This is the record we have. So the process of the phase 1 previous, this is the finding. Yeah, the analysis process we conduct with the involved with the 5 students and 5 lecturers in the part of need analysis. We know that, but on this analysis, we found that the problem amongst the students and among the lecturer, we have the formula about the formula understanding. And also using the whiteboard and slide only, that's the both of category, the teacher and lecturer and the student the same. Yeah, meaning that the teachers or lecturer only using the whiteboard and slide. And the student also suggests to use the current technology in the process of teaching and learning of professionalogy topics. And then they request also to more activities in the classroom. And also they think that not too much software to use on the process of teaching and learning. That's that we conclude that based on the interview for the students and also for the lecturer. And about the finding of the page 2, so this is the percentage agreement. Yeah, when we send the questionnaire, the survey about the perception about the my OTG, and then to validate the my OTG. So now about the expert, yeah, there is a most than all of them agree with the percentage is above 92.22%, which is that one based on Sidak and Jamaluddin said that if let's say the percentage is about the 70% above, that means that accepted the product that we create, yeah, we develop. And lecturer also we have now the percentage is about the 55.30%. So also more than 70%, right? And also the student also we have that the perception about the agreement about the my OTG. So we found that it's about the 88.57 and above. So now we can conclude that the product, the my OTG are valid, or we can use for our process of the experimental design to make the evaluation. Yeah. Okay, so this one, the evaluation process. So we just now I mentioned about that we conduct the experimental design. Yeah, quasi-experimental design. We have the experimental group and also the control group. This the record that we have the implementation the my OTG in the classroom. Yeah. Then the result show that okay, because of the numbers of students, only 15 students for each group, then we're using for non-parametric tests. So we're using that, the one we only test for the pre and post test. Yeah, so now based on that Wilcoxon sign rank test, we found that there were any significant difference between pre and post test for each group. So meaning that when we're using that my OTG in the process of teaching and learning, they can increase the mathematical reasoning of professional logic among students. And we're using the conventional method or traditional method, yes, it can increase also. But we look at for different of mean. So if like looking for different of mean of this group to group, we see that experimental is more better. Yeah, the increase the scope, yeah, between pre and post test. Now, so that's why we conclude that if let's say we're using the my OTG, so we found that is more better compared to the traditional method to increase mathematical reasoning of professional logic topic among pre-university students. Okay, then actually based on this study, based on this to my OTG, so actually we found that my OTG can be accessed anytime and anywhere. So look like GeoGebra. Actually GeoGebra is the free source software, so you can download using your laptop, your phone, your tab, yeah, then you can use anywhere. Because of it, let's say you already install, and then you can using anywhere you are. And then my OTG also give a student a space to think critically and creativity. It's because of we put it the box, then that they put it on their own situation, their own the real life, they put that so they can think that, oh, that proportional logic is like this. The proportional logic is because of they explore themselves, they give their own example there, then they can be more understand about that. Then my OTG can increase that to the interest also in mathematics because of the tool and application involved. Yes, now we put out about the 5 tools to support. So we found that when we use the my OTG, the student more active in the class. So to compare the previous. So they quite to they are asking the lecturers, they do themselves, you know. So the activity is look like more look like that more active they compare the previous one. My OTG can improve the student mathematical reasoning. That's that point. Because the problem statement we mentioned that the problem is about that reasoning. So now after we use the My OTG, then we can see that they have the improvement on the mathematical reasoning skill. Then this contribution of this study for the first is about the product, and then the second one is about the DDR approach, successful to develop My OTG to improve the student mathematical reasoning. Right? Okay, so now we have the implication from this. Yeah, when we conduct these studies, when we develop this My OTG, we have that some of implication. Maybe they suggested also to the some part can be involved on this to the implementation the My OTG. The first is about student need to participate actively in the class. So yes, we know that when we use the others method, so we found that the problem is the participant of the student. Yeah. So we make sure that the student also need to involve themselves for for each activity we conduct to them. Yeah. So they need to adapt to this new method of teaching, especially in the technology used in the classroom. The second one, and then each student need to at least a mobile device. Now, because of this My OTG, actually just now the free source software for GeoGebra, they can be used at least using your phone. So anywhere you can do the activity, you put the word, yeah, for the real life, then you can find the answers. So at least the students we have the mobile phone. Okay, then also for the lecturer need to be able to use the technology which are applied in the method of teaching. And lecturer need to plan the lesson well to ensure that all activity runs smoothly and the learning objective are achieved. Yeah, the control of class. Yeah, focus on the how the My OTG can be running. Yeah, run on the process of teaching and learning smoothly. And also for the institution, based on this, we implementation the My OTG. We found that the effectiveness or the effect of My OTG to the reasoning, mathematical reasoning among students. So I think that the institution give them, for example, that facility, yeah, such a device, good internet access, Microsoft 365, Google, GeoGebra software, and other. Yeah, for the implementation of this teaching method. Okay, this one for our my achievement, yeah, for the team member achievement also. We send this product to the some of the competition, the innovation. So we have the award for this. So we have the gold, silver, and bronze. It's look like all the category of the award already received for this teaching method. And also we acknowledgement for the letter 2001 grant with code the RU1013W 2021. So thank you so much because of this letter from the ADA University of Malaya believe us to running this project and done. So we also glad because of we received this achievement and meaning that appreciate with our product. Yeah, then hope that this product can be also used among the maybe for the senior high school, yeah, maybe also for elementary school if possible. Yeah. Then this one the just for the evidence for our products. So thank you so much. I hope that this product can be this sharing about this product can be used, also maybe can be motivate for the others, maybe for example the teachers or lecturer to create their own product, their own method or their own strategy or their own approach for the teaching and learning process. So that's it for me. Thank you so much.